Hello viewers, this is Just Fake Network TV, a place where you can get the latest information about Nigeria news and now the news in details. In the south, they blame Buhari for everything, but see the wonders North governors are doing. Since independence, there has been a progressively widening gap between northern parts of Nigeria and the south. The socio-economic divided and human development indexes have been made worse by years of neglect. A lack of investment in critical segments of the economy of the north like infrastructure, education, healthcare, and the rest. Even though these challenges are not just exclusive to the north, however, that part of the country appears to be the worst affected, and they have occupied the bottom part of the ladder on every social indicator. For instance, while it is true that Nigeria has been ranked as the poverty capital of the World Bank has estimated that 87% of all the poor people in the north are in the north. 87% of all the poor people in the country are in the north. Poverty in the northern regions of the country has been increasing, especially in the northwest zone. Almost half of all poor lived in the northwest, and the north accounts for 87% of all poor in the country in 2016. The World Bank report said the backwardness has been blamed on the northern political class, who over the years have been corruptly enriched themselves with the commonwealth of the regions at the expense of the masses. And that is why, even though the north has produced about two-thirds of Nigerians' head of state since independence, it has remained without significant economic and infrastructural growth. Interestingly, though, in the last decade, a new crop of northern leaders have begun to emerge who see things differently and are determined to reverse the trend. These new northern leaders have shown a lot of political will to bridge the gap between the north and the south through massive investment in critical aspects of the region's economy like education, road, healthcare, and the rest. This revolutionary investment has begun to gradually transform the infrastructure of the north and alter its socio-economic balance all over the north, from Gombe to Kaduna State. From Bauchi to Borno, new world-class infrastructures are emerging by the moment. They are building schools and equipping themselves with modern learning facilities. They are building roads that are sustainable and gorgeous. In essence, over the region, the governors are committed to leaving a mark of innovative urban renewal strategy that will make the north not just beautiful but also competitive. While the northern governors are doing all these transformational projects, it appears like their counterparts in the south, especially south, and southeast, are complacent despite getting the billions from the federal government. In terms of monthly allocations, there is not much to talk about in terms of infrastructural growth. Between the southeast and south-south, Nigeria has the highest number of bad roads and abandoned projects. And sadly, rather than the people of the region to focus on holding their leadership at the state level accountable for the massive infrastructural gap and lack of investment in the region, so much energy is being dissipated in criticizing President Muhammadu Buhari. It seems like the citizens of the South-South and Southeast are too willing to excuse corruptions in the region. But we only shout when it involves the federal government. So because it is the fact that picture speaks louder than voice, below are a few of the carefully selected images of the jaw-dropping state of art infrastructural investment in different states in the north. So you can see it, a lot of things, a lot of investment has been done in the north. Trust me, definitely we know that many things that is happening in the country started from the north. Our major problem are the northerners, trust me. The north seems to perform better than some southern governors. Especially Abia State, for example, is one failed state, trust me. But they will blame Buhari for their governors, whom they elected to provide basic amenities. And that is the thing, that is the problem that is going on in the country right now. Because, as we can see, they have said it all. The Southeast people, most especially, are busy blaming President Muhammadu Buhari for everything. Why their own people are milking them of same federal allocations given to them to even carry out developmental projects to their people. One thing they usually do is that they always complain of having dilapidated road network, waiting for the federal government to do it for them, while the governors are enjoying flamboyant lifestyles in Abuja and Dubai. The governors are enjoying many things, and they are not developing their community, they are not developing their state. What a shameless governors that we have. Trust me. Definitely, President Muhammadu Buhari cannot do everything. And that is the reason why we have governors in each state to develop their states. But rather for them to develop their state, they prefer to embezzle those money. They prefer to embezzle those money. And that's the thing. You know, people were saying that the South and Southeast states are ruled mostly by the PDP governors who see corruption as a way of life and ignorantly don't want to change. But the northern governors are being reprimanded by the activities of Boko Haram and other bandits who are revolting in some ways. My wish is that southern governors should not wait until that kind of revolt in northern regions happens in the south too. The north is coming up. Their problem is unnecessary kill. Our southern leaders are criminals. You know, this is a bitter truth. Let us be realistic to ourselves. It is a bitter truth. Apart from infrastructure, all the money given to states to boost agriculture has been diverted in all the states except the north. Trust me. And even the northern farmers are shunning produce on industrial scale, while their counterparts elsewhere have nothing to show from CBN's anchor borrowing scheme. This is to tell you that our governors must be held accountable for the lack of development in their domain. They are supposed to be accountable for it, because presidents cannot do everything. That is why we have governors in each state. That's why we have governors in each state. But the thing is that when they celebrated criminals in the south, what do you expect? Instead of tackling their frustrations to those in charge of the state that collect monthly allocations, they are busy with something different, pouring their angers and frustrations on the wrong persons in the name of religions and tribes. May God help our country, Nigeria. A lot of things is wrong that needs to be thoroughly amended. Trust me. Many of the governors that we have, the only thing that they do is just to embezzle money. And that's the problem. The only thing is just to enjoy the money. You know, people were saying that, but in all these things, there are still killings, raping, terrorism, hungry, poverties in the state. So when all the people experiencing these negative things, all will be happy to use the infrastructure. Keep dreaming. Even in the next 100 years, you cannot bridge the gap between the north and the east. Imagine the entire north with all the government stolen money. It's been compared with the south. You get shame, so keep using fake things. You know, let us just be realistic to ourselves. All the governments that they are supposed to help the state, they are not helping the state at all. They keep shifting the blame on President Muhammadu Buhari. Fine, President Muhammadu Buhari has his own lapses too. But definitely, President Muhammadu Buhari cannot do everything. And that is the reason why we have the senators. That is the reason why we have the House of Rep. That is the reason why we have majorly the governance of each state in order to build their state. So guys, what is your own take? What do you think about this? Your comment is highly appreciated, and kindly drop your comment at the comment section. For those who subscribe, we want to say a very big thank you to you for subscribing. We say God bless you if you're here to do so. Kindly press the subscription button below. And also please don't forget to press the notification button so that whenever we upload news, you will always be the first person to watch our latest news. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.